Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos al canal de YouTube y de Twitter de Larguero, donde hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial, porque esta semana se celebra el Gijón Open, el abierto de Gijón de tenis, que se celebra por primera vez, aprovechando que no se disputan algunos torneos de la gira asiática, pues han entrado algunos, como por ejemplo este, auspiciado por la Federación Española de Tenis y que se va a celebrar en el Palacio de los Deportes de Gijón. Y el que tenéis ahí al otro lado, yo creo que le conocéis, porque es un componente del Big Four, es Andy Murray, y es uno de los que ha recibido una invitación por parte del torneo, una wildcard. Hi, Andy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
It's your first time here in Gijón?
Yeah, my first time really in the north of Spain. So, yeah, I spent quite a lot of time in Barcelona in my younger years when I was like 15, 16. But yeah, it's my first time here.
You play here with a wildcard. What do you expect about the tournament and your possibilities?
Yeah, I mean it's a very tough tournament. They have a lot of the best Spanish players here, and also some of the best young players in the world. So yes, it's a good tournament. I have a difficult first match against Davidovich Fokina. He likes playing on hard courts, and obviously playing at home in Spain will be very difficult for me. But it's a good test, and I've been playing well in practice. So let's see.
I think it's your first time, the first time you played since the Labour Cup at the end of September. Was the Labour Cup in London? Was it one of the most emotional moments you lived on a tennis court with the goodbye of Roger Federer?
Yeah, it was. It was strange. Even the few days before the match that Roger and Rafa played together in the doubles, like I was feeling quite emotional about it because we were doing a lot of interviews and getting asked a lot of questions about the last kind of 15 years of our careers. And although it wasn't me that was stopping, I had never thought that much about this period in my life and matches that I played and things like this. And it was bringing back quite a lot of memories. And then obviously when Roger finished, to see him there, like with his family and, you know, the feeling of all of the players and the crowd, it was really special. And I think a very nice way for his career to finish, playing alongside, you know, his biggest rival and friend, Rafa. I thought it was really nice to see that. It was really special.
I think after that training, you put a tweet saying the big three and some clowns. Why did you put it?
Well, look, I mean, I know that what those guys have achieved is significantly greater than anything that I've achieved in my career. And obviously the last 5 or 6 years have been difficult. And whilst all of those guys have been adding to their careers and winning Grand Slams and, you know, competing for the biggest trophies, I've been away from the game, struggling a lot with injuries. And, you know, for a period of time, I was there with those guys competing in the biggest events for 7 or 8 years. But before that time and since, these guys have achieved, you know, incredible things. And I feel fortunate to have been a small part of this period in tennis. And but I also have the awareness that I have not achieved what, you know, these guys have. And I wish I could have avoided some of the injuries the last few years and tried to add to my my resume. But yeah, it's been difficult.
Let me ask you about the first two in the world, because, okay, you are here in Spain, in Gijón, and we have now the number one, number two, Alcaraz and Nadal. Do you think Alcaraz will be the number one the next few years?
I mean, I don't know if he will always be number one, but he will be in the top positions in the rankings, whether that's number one, number two, number three. It's impossible to say, but he will be competing for the biggest titles for a long time. He's a special talent. He's physically unbelievably strong. He moves very, very well around the court. I think mentally he He's very good. He clearly loves the sport, and I think this is something that's important for a long career. And to spend a lot of time at the top of the game, you have to love it and enjoy everything that goes with it. So yeah, he's a special player, and like I said, he'll be at the top of the game for a long time.
And how about Rafa? Has got an incredible year with 36 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Australian Open for him was an incredible event. Coming back from, he hadn't competed for quite a long time, and the way that he won the tournament as well, he had a lot of tough matches along the way, and could have lost a couple of them really. In the final, he was down 2 sets, 3-2, and love 40, and managed to turn that match around, and it was unbelievable. The French Open, for me, not so much of a surprise with the record that he has there, but no, I think he also just had him and his partner had their first kid a few days ago as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether that increases the motivation levels, or whether he reduces the amount that he's competing now. I don't know, but he's had an unbelievable year this year.
And the last one, I don't know if you noticed that, but I have my baby here. So
I didn't see that.
Yeah, 5 months, only 5 months.
Oh, fantastic.
Iria, you want to say something to? ¿Quieres decirle algo, Andy? You want to say something to Andy? Okay. The last one, because I think that she's going to cry.
Okay.
in the next moments. Okay, a few days ago we had Paula Badosa, the professional tennis player, in our show here in El Larguero, and she told us about how difficult it's for her to overcome some aspects of mental health. She told us, Andy, I would like to leave the tennis court and nobody knows how I am. Okay, Andy, would you give her any advice?
Oh, look, everyone deals with the challenges of playing high-level sport differently, but the individual sports, I think, are very difficult in that, and I felt it at times myself, that you feel like your whole character is based on how successful you are on the court. So if you win, you feel really good about yourself, and when you lose, you feel terrible, and you don't feel you feel a bit worthless, because your results and your success is sometimes dictating your happiness, and that's not a good place to be in. The best thing that you can do is to, and I think something that Rafa has done unbelievably well during his career, is that he gives his best effort at all times in practice and in matches, and when he does that, I think you can always be satisfied. You cannot give more than your best effort, and it's not just about winning and losing. And like the fame and everything that comes with it is difficult. I found that very hard myself when I was 19, 20 years old, going from nobody watching my matches and nobody knowing who I was, to journalists asking me questions all of the time, getting followed by cameras, and people wanting to know about your personal life and these things, and it's very difficult. So I feel for her if she is finding that difficult, and I hope that she finds a solution to make it easier. But it is hard at times, and you need to think about this a lot, and try and find the best way to go about your career, because it's although we're very fortunate and very lucky to be doing what we're doing, I'm aware of that at times it can be difficult as well.
So Andy, thank you very much. Okay, the last time Alex Correcha, that it was a coach of you in the past, it works here in Cadena Ser with us.
Oh, really?
And and he sent you a Ty Hugh. Okay, so Alex Correcha and you, I think you were together 2 years, 3 years?
We were together for a couple of years,
So now works with us. He can't stay with us now, so he sent you a Hugh.
That's bad luck for you that you have to work with him.
Thank you very much, Andy.
Thank you.
Gracias a Andy Murray, bueno, pues por esta conversación que podéis disfrutar a través de los canales de YouTube y de Twitter del Larguero.